Once upon a time, in a prosperous kingdom nestled between high mountains and lush valleys, there lived a wise and beloved king named Aran. Under his rule, the kingdom flourished, and the people lived in peace and harmony. But as the years passed, King Aran grew old and began to think about the future of his kingdom. One morning, King Aran summoned his trusted advisors and shared his plan. He ordered that an announcement be made across the kingdom. The king proclaimed that he would choose his successor from among the people. Anyone, regardless of birth or status, could participate in the test of wisdom and leadership. The one who proved to be the wisest would be crowned the next ruler. The news spread far and wide. Soon, people from all walks of life gathered at the palace, eager to prove themselves worthy of the throne. King Aran greeted them and handed each participant a single seed. He told them to plant the seed and return in 1 year with the plant they had grown. Among them was a humble young man named Nalin. He believed this was a chance to bring positive change to the kingdom. Nalin took the seed home and carefully planted it in a pot filled with rich soil. He watered it, placed it in the sun, and tended to it every day. But as weeks turned into months, the seed showed no signs of growth. Nalin tried everything: new soil, more sunlight, less water, but still nothing happened. Meanwhile, he heard from others that their seeds had sprouted into beautiful, lush plants. Some even boasted of colorful flowers and fruits. As the year passed, Nalin began to doubt himself. His pot remained empty, despite his best efforts. But he knew he had been honest and done everything he could. So, on the final day, he decided to present his empty pot to the king. The day of the final judgment arrived. Participants gathered in front of the palace, proudly displaying their flourishing plants. Nalin felt embarrassed, holding his empty pot, but he stood tall, knowing he had done his best. The crowd whispered and laughed as they saw him arrive. King Aran walked through the line of participants, inspecting each plant. He smiled as he admired the vibrant flowers and lush leaves. Then he came to Nalin. The king looked at the empty pot and paused, asking, "Why have you brought me an empty pot?" Nalin bowed his head and replied, "Your Majesty, I did everything I could to make the seed grow. I planted it in the best soil, watered it carefully, and gave it sunlight. But it did not sprout. So, I have come to you with the truth, even though it means I have failed." To everyone's surprise, the king smiled and raised Nalin's hand. "Behold your new king," he declared. The crowd gasped in disbelief. King Aran continued, "The seeds I gave you were boiled and could not grow. This was a test of your honesty and wisdom. Many of you replaced the seed to impress me, but only one had the courage to face the truth." The crowd, once silent, now erupted in applause. King Aran placed the royal crown on Nalin's head. A true leader is one who is honest and wise, who admits when they do not succeed, and who remains committed to the truth. Under King Nalin's rule, the kingdom thrived even more. He governed with fairness and compassion, and the people loved him not only for his wisdom, but for his humility. His reign was marked by peace, prosperity, and honesty. The story of Nalin and the empty pot became a lesson passed down through generations, teaching the value of integrity and true leadership. The moral of the story is simple. True wisdom lies in honesty, integrity, and the courage to face failure. A leader's greatness is not measured by success alone, but by how they handle challenges and remain true.